Hi guys, it's Lisa's Find and Redo. I'm a 58-year-old retired school teacher who need to find her redo, and I found that redo by reselling used clothing, shoes, hard goods, and making YouTube videos. So today we're here for a video about what sold while I was on vacation and how I was able to sell that much and only list 1 or 2 items a day. So sit back and see if you want to do the same thing during your vacation. So I recently went on a cruise. I know that's amazing. If you've been watching my videos, you know that me going on a cruise is pretty amazing. Did I tell you my email address is cruisinggirlforever? Yeah. I love cruises. They're so relaxing to me. I can go and just chill and go see beautiful places. I went to Costa Maya and Cozumel, Mexico, both beautiful places, and got to do a lot of fun things. Ate yummy food, was waited on hand and foot. How can you not love a cruise? So I went on a cruise. Well, the good thing about going on a cruise out of Mobile, Alabama is several of my cousins, but 2 cousins, Cindy and Richard Johnson, both live in Mobile. They live in Saraland, which is just outside Mobile, and we go spend a couple of days with them, and then we go, they are sweet and take us to the port, so we save parking charges, and Mobile is pretty expensive. For 5-day cruises, they're pretty expensive. And so we save that, and then when we're off the ship, she's there ready to pick us up. So it's a win-win situation. She's so sweet, Lord. She made, we had a shrimp boil Thursday night when we got there. Friday, she got up and fried chicken. I mean, thank y'all so much. Oh, and she had a pound cake. And I love my Cindy's pound cake. It's just the best. I've tried making it. I follow her recipe exactly. But dang, mine doesn't ever taste anything like that. Okay, but let's get back to the business. What did I sell and how was I able to do that? Well, I have an eBay store. And with an eBay store, you can set your handling time based on how long you need. And in this case, because Monday was Memorial Day, I needed to set my, needed to set all my shipping policies to 5 days handling time. And I have about 6 shipping policies, so it doesn't take long. It's real quick. You just go to your shipping handling policies and you can change the shipping, go to all the shipping policies. Boy, I am really, can't talk today. But you go to your shipping policies and you change all your handling times. So I did that, changed them all to 5 days. I did this Thursday morning real quick before we left. It took about 5 to 10 minutes and I had all of it done. Well, then I get in the car and I go to Mobile. Well, I don't have access to my items, so that extended handling time is put on all your items. That this buyer it has a longer handling time, and they let them know that, which is good. Now, as we know, buyers don't always pay attention to that. They don't. So I will talk to you about what I do to help alleviate any problems that way in just a few minutes. So the first thing that sold when I left for vacation, got it on my phone here, was a pair of Lily Pulitzer pink slides. Now these are really cool. Mule slides, whichever one you want to call them. They were really pretty, but I knew that I needed to move things because eBay likes for you to sell things. And so they move you up, I think, in the algorithm. So these only sold for $15.01 and the buyer did pay shipping. But I had a sale while I was on vacation. Okay, sorry. The next item that sold that same day on Thursday the 26th, which incidentally was my mother's birthday. My mother and father are both in heaven. My dad's birthday's coming up Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. And this was my mother's birthday in heaven. I know she's a whole lot better off, and my dad is too. I sold a lot of 2 JMS pull-on straight pants. These were cotton pants, and they sold for $19.95. Oh, by the way, those Lily Pulitzer, I had paid $2 for them. These JMS pants, is a lot of 2, they were free. They came from my daughter-in-law. Nothing sold on Friday the 27th. Even though I was able to move my handling time to 4 days, because I knew I was going to be shipping the next Friday, and Memorial Day helped me out with my handling time. So nothing sold on the 27th. Then on Saturday the 28th, the day we got on the ship, I sold several things. I sold a pair of Calvin Klein capri pants, excuse me, for $21.95, and the buyer paid shipping. That was it on Saturday. So you're thinking, Lisa, how were you didn't sell any items while you were on vacation. Just wait and watch. So on Sunday, May 29th, now I'm already on the ship. I take my computer and I buy the internet. By the way, I write that off because I wouldn't buy the internet if it were not for me trying to run an eBay business. So I write that internet cost off. So if you go on a cruise or something like that and you question whether you're going to get the internet package, consider it if and only if you're going to work on your eBay. So I try to list 1 to 2 items while I'm on the ship. The good thing is I've already saved them in my drafts. So it's just a matter of going to my drafts and posting them. Good. That works out great. So on Sunday, May 29th, I sold a lot of 3 Respironics full face large cushion mask. Now this is my last large Respironics. If you find them in the wild, buy them. I mean, they're a win-win situation. The full mask, I've got a couple of smaller small masks that are just a partial mask. They don't sell as well, but these full masks sell great. But I sold a lot of 3 for $39.95, free shipping, and I paid $1.50 for each one of them. So $4.50 into, let's say with shipping, I was able to ship them. I was able to ship them first class, so it cost me around $6 to ship them. The next item that sold that day was a pair of Sonoma Farley size 10.5 Oxford walking shoes. Very, these were in great shape. I mean, if they were worn maybe once or twice, they're not expensive. Sonoma's not an expensive shoe. This was faux leather, but I still sold them for $15, and the buyer paid the $10.15 shipping. So that worked. Oh, and they were close. They were in Texas, so it didn't go over that amount. The problem being, when you have a specific set shipping amount, if it's close, you might make $1 or $2. If it's far away, you're going to lose $1 or $2. So I suggest when starting out to do a calculated shipping. I mean, I think that's the best way for you not to lose money. Yes, it costs the buyer a little bit more, but when you're just starting out, use that calculated shipping. Oh, and I paid $2 for these also. Okay, the next item that sold that day was a new intro. It's an anthropology. This was an anthropology shirt. I don't know if they're all anthropology, but this one was, sorry, my eye itches, but it was new, and it sold for $18.96 plus shipping. Also that day, I sold a new Miss Look. Yes, the inexpensive Miss Look. Now this was free to me because it came from my daughter-in-law who lost all that weight, and it was an extra large, but it was a really big extra large, and it sold for $15.95 plus shipping. Then on Monday May 30th, now I still have 4 days shipping, okay, because until Tuesday I can't change that, so it's still 4 days shipping. So that gives me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it gives me Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, okay, to ship. So the items that sold that day were a Cacique bra. It was light beige, lightly lined, and it sold for $19.95 plus shipping. I also sold a Cynthia Rowley women's 2X shark bite hem tank top, and it sold for $11.50, and I paid $2.13 for this because I got it in a Goodwill blue box. I also sold a pair of Dansko Hayden lace-up shoes, women's shoes, real nice walking shoes. These sold for $25.95, and the buyer paid $10.15 shipping, and I paid $3 for these. And I pick up pretty well. I'm going to pick up Dansko if it's in great shape. I'm going to pick it up because if I can get it for $2 or $3, which most of my thrift stores, that's what I can pay for, then I can make money off of it. The next item that sold that day was a pair of Newark Birkenstocks. It's just an offshoot of a Birkenstock. These were a nubuck. The problem was they were a 37, so that meant about a 6, 6.5. I would have sold them a long time ago. I would have kept them if they'd been in my size because I live in Birkenstocks. And these sold for $33.95 plus shipping. Then on Tuesday, May 31st, so I spent that 10 minutes and I changed all of my handling time to 3 days now. So it's getting closer. eBay will not put up there the shipper is taking a longer amount of time on handling when it starts being 3 days. So on Tuesday, May 31st, I put all my things on 3 days because I had Wednesday, Thursday, and then I would ship on Friday. So that made a real nice, anytime you can get it down to 3 days or less. And guess what? Every time I'm changing the shipping policy and changing my handling time, eBay looks at it like I am updating all of my listings. So guess what? All my listings are refreshed and they go back up there and eBay says, hey, here's a new listing. You need to take advantage of it. Or that's what I think. So the first thing I sold on that day was a pair of Propet, I'm not sure, Keeley orthopedic sandals. I paid $3 for these and they sold for $18 plus shipping. Also, I sold a Robert Graham size large green striped shirt. It wasn't anything like bright and decorative. It was a nice shirt. It sold for $18 plus the buyer paid shipping, and I did pay $2 for that. The next item came to me in a thread-up fun box, which I haven't been able to get in so long. It'll happen soon. I'm going to manifest that. Fun box, designer box, soon. We'll see. Was a Be Tempted by Wacoal, and this was a very small, itty-bitty bralette. And it sold for $19.95 and free shipping. It cost me less than $4 to ship this. And it came. So I paid about $3 in a thread-up fun box. Then, on Wednesday, June 1st, I go change my handling again. Guess what? I'm down to my standard 2-day handling time. And eBay looks at it again and said, hey, look, she's done it again. She's updated all of her listings. Thank you, eBay. Because here is where I start getting more and more. My eBay listings are all updated, so I'm starting to sell. So on Wednesday, June 1st, I sell an H&M new with tags bodycon dress that I almost didn't list because I thought this thing, there's nothing to it. It was an extra small, it was itty bitty. It came to me in a Goodwill blue box. I almost didn't list it, but thankfully I did because it sold for $14 plus the buyer paid for shipping. And why I charge $6.45 shipping? Usually if it's 0 to 12 ounces, I charge $5.05 because that takes care of the shipping costs plus that 13% that eBay charges me on that shipping cost. I know it's a, kind of, then I have to pay on that, yeah. Or I charge $6.45 if it's 12 to 15 ounces. And generally it works out pretty good. I may lose a little money on some, but I may gain a little money on others. The next item that sold that day was a real pretty Ann Taylor purple wine rabbit hair sweater. It was short sleeve. It was an extra large. I had this listed, I think, for $19.95. The buyer shot me an offer of $12, and I was feeling generous that day. So I took it, and the buyer also paid shipping. Also on the 1st, I sold a Chico's chambray button-up high-low shirt in a medium, and this sold for $12 also. Apparently $12 was the offer of the day, and the buyer paid for shipping. In addition, I sold a men's Southern Tide white linen shirt that I thought would sell immediately when I listed it. I listed it for $19.95, which were pretty well the sold comps. I thought it would sell immediately. Apparently, men's linen is not as popular as women's linen, and it did sell, though, on this day for $15 plus shipping. I also sold a pair of Miss Me capri pants. These weren't anything special. And I'm sorry I'm not telling you all the cost of goods. That Southern Tide shirt I got for $2. The Chico shirt, I think it was $1. And that Ann Taylor sweater was also $1. Actually, it was less because that's from my place that I get $5 for a bag, fill a bag. Back to the Miss Me capris. They were not anything special. They didn't have cool pockets or anything like that. They were nice. They had some studs on them, and they were capris. So I knew I wasn't going to get a lot, and the buyer paid $17.12 and $10.15 for shipping. I also sold a pair of Columbia men's shorts. These were dark gray, and they sold for $17.95 plus the buyer paid shipping. These did cost me more than shipping. These required a first class because they were size 42. It was like 16.4 without any kind of packing. But that's okay. Thankfully, they paid full price, so any that I was out from shipping them in a padded flat rate, I made, because almost always, if somebody offers me 20 to 25% off of an item, I almost always take it. This guy bought it full price, so I didn't mind paying up on a priority. I also sold and I paid $2 for those. One of my thrift stores, a lot of their stuff most of their clothes is $2. So I sold a pair of new Just USA Stitch Fix, real cute shorts. At first I thought, hey, these are going to sell these are going to sell for a lot, but sold comps weren't there. I did sell them for $17.12, and the buyer paid $5.05 shipping. They came to me in a what did they come to me in? They must have come in a Goodwill box, because I haven't gotten any thread up women's clothing boxes lately. So these would have been about $2.13. I also sold a women's Ralph Lauren brown short cropped double-breasted blazer, real cute. It was an extra large, and it sold to Cersei, which isn't that far from me. It sold for $20.24 plus the buyer paid shipping. Also on that day, I sold a pair of new Caribbean khaki linen shorts. This was a linen blend shorts. They were new. They sold for $15.56 plus the buyer paid shipping, and thankfully they didn't cost more than first class. Then on Thursday, June 2nd, I am getting off the ship and I am driving home. I'm the driver because I'm a control freak. If you haven't been able to tell that, yeah, I'm a control freak. So on Thursday, June 2nd, I sold a pair of vintage Alden Brothers 8AA wingtip tassel loafers. Real nice. They included the shoehorn, or not shoehorn, what do you call it? Shoe stretcher, the wooden things. Yeah, those. The buyer paid $62.36 and then paid $10.15 shipping. these were heavier than what I thought. With those shoe horns or whatever they are in them, they did weigh almost 4 pounds. So it was 4 pounds. So it did cost me more shipping, but that's okay. It was still a great sale. And I do believe I paid $4 for these. The next item that sold that day was a Jones, New York women's extra large shirt, and it sold for $10.88, and the buyer paid shipping. This came to me from a Goodwill Blue Box. I don't normally pick up Jones, New York. There are several of the brands that sold this time. The H&M dress, I don't normally pick up. But by exposing myself to thread up boxes and Goodwill Blue boxes, then I get brands that are gonna sell. Maybe they don't sell for a ton of money, but they're gonna sell for more than what I paid for. I also sold a pair of Levi's plaid cargo shorts, and these were in a 34, and they sold for $14, and I paid $2 for this. I also sold a Lantana, real pretty sleeveless linen shirt, floral. It had palm trees. It was really pretty, and you're seeing all of what I sold here. But it sold for $14.78, and the buyer paid shipping. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So, on, let's see, when was it? It was on Thursday. No, it was on Wednesday whenever I got to mark everything for 2-day handling. On Wednesday, I also sent out offers. I sent out 168 offers, okay? And I sent them out for 22% off. A lot of these came from that offer. Like I said, normally I take between 20 and 25% off when they offer that. And so 22% was right the alley. So that's another way that I was able to sell so many items while I was on vacation. I also sold a pair of Etienne Agner 6 narrow blue slip-on loaf pumps. These are your traditional pumps, and they sold for $15.56 plus shipping. And the last item that I sold while I was on vacation was a Big Johnson Texas Hold'em Tournament medium t-shirt. And if you know what Big Johnson is, I'm not going to explain it. If you don't know, Google it, you'll find out. But I sold this t-shirt for $30 plus the buyer paid for shipping. So that's what I sold for my vacation and how I sold it. If you're going on vacation and you don't want to mess with any of this, this is fine. But I said, I listed 1 to 2 items on eBay every day, but these were items I had saved in my draft, so it was a matter just of posting those listings. And I spent 10 minutes changing my shipping policy each day. Well, when I could, when it went down from 5 to 4. And each day that made eBay think I was having new listings or I was updating new listings. So it made eBay say, hey, she's still playing the game. Let's up her up. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to watch more videos about hauls and unboxings and what sold and how much I make, then hit the subscribe button. But I need you to do me one favor today. I need you to go out and find your redo.